Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Invisible Ink. I don't remember exactly where we left off. We seem to be right near, like it's near the beginning of day 5. We've done one, maybe 2 missions. I don't remember exactly what they were. Apparently they were up here. What is appealing to go to next? This shop is promising. I like server farms. I like FTM. Not thrilled about an executive terminal. Do I have a vault card still or something? I do. Okay. We picked up another Cloaking Rig 3 apparently. And another EMP we could give to somebody. Oh, yeah. It wasn't us. We did have. Okay. Okay. Well. Looks like there's a lot of item movement to be done. Things got a bit mixed up, apparently, during the last mission, which I don't really remember. I think leaving this with Decker is fine. The Paralyzer 1, like, just forget it. Get rid of this junk.
I can't afford pulling
Just make
shit.
space.
Good gear is so hard
Who
to come
doesn't
by
have a
these days.
cloaking rig? Decker and Nika. Well, we'll give Nika this, I guess. She's sort of got a weird, motley set of items here. Everyone's got max speed, that's good. So I'm thinking we gotta give Nika a little more strength. Or we could move the hologram projector, but I figure the person who doesn't have a cloak should at least have a hologram projector to... I was thinking, just as I started this episode up, like, what the heck is the right use for a hologram projector? Because the fundamental problem that I see with it is that you have to pick it up again once you throw it. And so, like, if you put it in view of something that would see you, then you have to enter the view of that thing later anyway. So there's a few cases that's bad, obviously, and there's a few cases where that's not true, making the item better. One, if you're, like, using it to hide, like, while a patrolling guard is walking through the room, sort of giving yourself a one-turn break, kind of like a cardboard box from Metal Gear Solid, maybe, to hide while something passes through. Or if it's something that, like, maybe it's a camera that is a problem now and you can hack it later. I don't know. Anyway, just sort of thinking aloud. We have 1,900 bucks. Nothing particularly urgent to upgrade, I think. Let's just head to the shop. You know what? Let's actually buy a little more strength. Oh, I've never even looked at that. +1 KO damage to melee weapons on max strength. You know what? Let's give it to Sharp. He's already got like +2 melee damage, right? Should be fun. Let's let him knock people out. And this is only knocks them out for 1 turn. I never noticed that. Interesting. Okay, so that's the trade-off of neural versus thermal disruptors. Is thermal disruptors can get through armor more easily, and but our neural disruptors knock guards out for longer. Somehow I never noticed. I think he must have had a normal neural disruptor, and I sold it to upgrade to this. I think it probably was an upgrade, but I didn't realize I was trading out some KO damage. All right, I think we'll bring $1,000 with us to the shop, and maybe Sharp will go shopping since he's got all the spare slots.
Most nano.
Alright, and let's be careful in K&O. Remember, there's all those guys with crazy line of sight that I always forget about, so that's the thing to keep an eye on for this mission, I think. There's a door out here. No door over here, but there could still be, like, a door, in that area, so let's scout it out. Again, still could be a door, although probably not. Indeed, no door. Okay. So let's get over here. I'm gonna send someone else to peek because Sharp has the most AP because of his augment, and I don't want to use his. I want to be able to get far into the room if I can. I don't want to step here. There could be something looking. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and peek with Sharp, since he can actually see what would be safe. then I think just hiding here is... Well, there could be another thing going on out here. Let's come this far at least. Yeah, I actually should have maybe waited, and no, I couldn't have easily... She's in Sharp's way, and I was thinking maybe it would have been nice to leave her here. Leave her back here while Sharp came through, but... I don't know. Yeah, see, this is much more out of the way for him. So I think I am gonna...
What?
That's exciting. Okay. Alright, 360 peripheral line of sight, and he's standing right there. Okay, that's exciting. Now, there are plenty of ways that we can get out of this predicament. We can just back up to here, and then I think he would notice us out of the corner of his eye, but that's like not a big deal. We could knock him out with Sharp, right? I mean, that seems fine. It's quite fortunate that he happens to not be looking this way, or he would have spotted us, which would be much more inconvenient. Another thing we could do is, like, EMP him, and then knock him out with Nika. Does she have any... Oh, she has no weapons. Forget about armor piercing. Okay. She can also stim to get out of the way. I was thinking of EMP to take out his heart monitor, because, like, honestly, I could not be happier to have this guy gone forever and ever and ever. Like, Elite Spec Ops is just a gigantic hassle. So I'm thinking maybe we walk here, EMP, which gets his attention, because of the sound. And then, like, run to here, and have Sharp stand here to knock the guy out. That seems alright to me. Just double checking EMP will reach him from there. Yes. Now, there's some danger a guard comes through this door, but I don't think that's super likely. And if so, we can cope with it then. Yeah, I don't see any way we could use a hologram detector to be particularly clever on that front. Since the danger is that Sharp is going to be standing right here and he'll be exposed to a guard here. But putting down a hologram detector won't work because they're very close range, so, or it won't improve things at all. Got him.
What?
And then we'll just hang out right here. We have, I think, 2 armor piercing? Yeah, 2 armor piercing, and how much actual extra KO damage? 2. Alright, 2 plus the one from strength, so it's like 3, right? Yeah, this knocks the guard out for 4 turns instead of just 1. That's pretty good, I guess. He's going to be coming here. But we can't afford to have an agent hiding here because he would actually see that. One thing we could do is try to go through this door, but we don't have enough AP for that, so forget it. And we'll have Olivia administer a big old paralyzer to him as soon as he's down. It would be nice to have Decker, like, overwatch against anyone coming through this door and not against this guy, but we can't really do that. I suppose we also could have just pinged, sent him down this way, but now that the MP is going off, it's too late. We can't fix that. The only thing we can usefully do is tag this guy. Might as well use our seed power, right? It's not an amazing tag. We hope this guy will never move again, but...
Did you hear something?
Ooh, hello. Does that actually cost power? I'm not sure how that works. Costs 2 power per point of armor. Ah, But he has 1 armor piercing for free, so it was free. Alright, fair enough. So there's another guard passing through this area. That's good to know. This guy has a pass card, which I suppose I will take, and some credits, which I will leave for Olivia. Good news, we know no one will find the body here. So long as nothing bad happens on the inside of this door, I guess. I don't need to peek before opening. They won't see anyone. Ooh, hello. Definitely want to take this. Right now, Golem only costs 2. So if it were possible to tag someone to use a Wisp and then a Golem, it would be slightly more efficient. So like I could, if I used my cloak to move through this room, for example, and then spotted some more guards to tag, as I very well might going through this door spot more guards, that would be a more efficient use of power. But it consumes my use of the cloak, which I'm not very excited to do just, you know, on the slight save 1 power, right? I'd rather have the cloak than 1 power. So we will do the less efficient thing of goleming this first. And away we go. Oh, we found the shop. That's nice. Check for guards.
Not all nanofabs are created equal. You found a good one there.
Alright, so... well, we could just go up there. Does someone have Buster Chips, or is that a different game? Yeah, Olivia has Buster Chips. Alright, so we'll send her up here. She's kind of got some chores to do anyway, dealing with this guy. May as well have her go shopping. I suppose she could sprint if she were willing to drag the guard up in here. This guy is like, I think, standing up here. Maybe he's here, who knows. I believe so he would hear this square. He would hear us sprinting to here, but he wouldn't hear us like all the way back here, right? I don't know. It seems like kind of silly. We can get far enough without sprinting. Let's not ruin things. On the other hand, maybe if he hears us sprint, that's good? Because then we can easily steal from him, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Did you hear that?
So let's paralyze him. Let's grab his money. Let's drag him to, like, here. Well, actually, say here. Here would have been better, now that I think about it. I guess I'll just leave him on the ground. I wanted to be close to this room so that I could steal from this guy efficiently next turn. But I needed to be out of the way of this door. So I was like, oh, let's go here. But here's better because it's closer to being able to get up here. I suppose I have enough moves to adjust this and actually go here instead, so that's fine. But okay, let's... boy. Should have continued scouting with Sharp before I made that move in case there's something nasty down here, huh? Okay, there's no way this guy gets all the way to here. So we're safe from him, at least, standing here. Oh, predictive brawling! That's why he has so many extra moves. Wow. Alright, that's... I was like, he seems to have way too many moves. I figured out why. Alright, I think I'll go ahead and risk opening this door. Could actually walk in here, since there's this cover. Okay. And these are both real cover, not like imaginary fake cover created by the game. But I'll head down here. It's close to the console, which is not a huge deal, but it is far from the door, which is a big deal. It's hard for someone coming through this door to get into a position where they can see this spot. So great, I'm glad Sharp got all the way through that room. I was not expecting quite such a nice outcome. No, we're not going to go that way. Not going to go through the lethal beams. I don't know why it doesn't tell me that the beams are lethal. Like, I know that they are. I've seen them. Jessica has a stim, which she will need to get into this room. But I believe... Yeah, this guy's coming over here, so like we know he won't be coming to here. So this is a fine spot to hide out for this turn. This guy's just gonna go like that, and now Decker doesn't have such a good spot to get to. I think he can only really get to here. One thing we can do though is no, he doesn't know how to use Buster Chips. What an idiot. Alright, never mind. I think we could borrow one for Buster Chips since she won't need, like, a lot while she's going shopping up here. Another shop down here. Already spent our seed power. No need to do anything silly now. I'd like to hit this as soon as possible because it's going to reboot some devices. And right now, there are not a lot of devices that I care if they get taken back, right? Basically, the shop itself, it'll be kind of a nuisance to have taken back, perhaps. And this thing, not a huge deal. We can get it later. But if it takes like some important camera or turret out here, that could be a pain. So, I don't know. Maybe I don't mind waiting on this. And just, that way it won't take back the shop. I don't know. It depends. I think deciding how quickly to take this is a low priority, right? Figuring out what to do out here will make me change my mind, quite possibly, so let's not plan too hard about that. And we can, indeed, drag this guy here instead, which will slightly improve the next turn, I think. I don't think we have enough moves like go shopping, come back, steal from this guy, come here. Not without sprinting anyway, which obviously we won't be doing. But I can steal from this guy, come here, drag this guy a little further into the room, and then next turn get up here.
Throwing grenade.
Oh, hello. That's interesting, actually, because it means we're going to need another extra turn before we can come in here and deal with this guy. Which is sort of like... Oh, can we get in here? 6? Yeah, we can actually get all the way up in here, go shopping, and get back to pinning this guy without having to do anything fancy. So I think I like that idea quite a bit. We'll just open it up. And before I go shopping, I do want to get a little bit further with these guys in case there's a safe that has some money that would enable me to buy something from here. Because as soon as we open this, it's going to take itself and this power supply back. Which, actually, considering that we left this guy right here, is not something I'm prepared to deal with, is it? This turret would be staring right at us, huh? I mean, I suppose we could take this instead, but I'm not very keen on that idea. So maybe we actually just have to leave this shop for another turn and come back some other time. But at least we got the Buster Chip off cooldown, right? Yeah, I don't think we can go shopping right now. It's going to take back this, and I can't cope with that at the moment. I could cloak, right? I mean, but I'm not excited about doing that. I heard like a pulse drone out here, maybe, I think it was. Very suspicious about what could be back here. Yeah, with good reason, as it turns out. There's a camera, which we can take easily enough. That reveals a couple of guards. This is the exit, I guess. Yeah. Here is almost certainly a safe place to be for one turn, but it might not be a safe place to be for 2 turns. I'm not sure what this drone is up to. Right, if his path takes him back here, then like next turn he'll scan and see us. let's go ahead and tag these guys then. Yeah. Oh, we tagged him as well. That's nice. How do we see him? Oh, I see. Nika sees him. Good work, Nika. But here is a safe place to be as far as these two guards are concerned. A good way to make forward progress, in fact, is to hide right here. This guy's not Spec Ops or anything, so we can just, yeah, do that. Hide right here, and then, like, next turn, go down this way. Right. Okay. There's danger of additional guards, right? How many actual guards have we seen so far? We've seen 3 human guards and a pulse drone, which I think counts as their pulse/camera drone for the mission, so there should be 2 additional guards. It's possible they're patrolling into this area, but I feel like I would have heard them. No, that's just me trying to reassure myself. It's slightly dangerous to hide out here because a guard from, say, down here might patrol up here and see us, and like that would be a shame. But I was gonna say, but it's sort of like not a huge risk, and we should do it. One thing that occurs to me is we could ping this guy to not have him take this path, right? And then we could hide here, which is a bit safer, but not, in fact, like super duper safe. There could be more room back here, and a guard could come through and see us this way. I think it's a reasonable compromise to just hide here. And, you know, if a guard comes like 1, 2, 3, 4.5, like, yeah, okay, he'll see us, and that's going to be sad, but we can live with it. Should I hit this shop up? Not right now, I don't think. It occurs to me if I had, I could have maybe chosen to give Sharp some cover with a hologram projector, but again, there's this problem of like, you can use that when you're sneaking by a guard, but not like, I don't know. This guy's gonna be too close to it, I guess. It's like the not very fancy way of saying it, whatever I was thinking. Yeah, being up here is just dumb. It's better to be here. So let's do that. Being up here is actually safe from these 2 guards, because no one will see her this turn. Next turn, she'll have to leave because the pulse drone will be about to scan her. But here will, in fact, just be in this guy's peripheral vision. So, like, it would be okay. But wouldn't it be easier to just be here to begin with? The answer to that question is yes. This guy is looking northwest from here, which means he's not observing this door at all. So we can make progress with Decker as well. Let's hang out here, I guess? I don't know. Maybe I should, like, not and just let Olivia go hit that shop up on her way out. But, okay, well. Yeah, so sending her up there was maybe a little bit silly, but we could not really afford to hit the shop just yet. Alright, Sharp is in a little bit of danger, but he's wily and cunning. He'll figure it out. Probably it'll be fine.
Hey, we're checking it out.
Oh, that was the grenade going off. I was like, what the heck was that noise?
Hey, what was
Wow!
there?
He did it!
What was that?
And another guard. Okay, well, we found the last 2 guards. That's good. Now... oh boy. So, we have a few avenues, although it must be said not a lot of avenues of escape here. firstly, we can cloak and walk away. That's like pretty good. But the problem is we will have then 3 alert guards, which is way more than I would like. The other main thing that I see that we could do is rewind. There's no other way to rescue. What if we were to, like, throw a flash grenade? How big are these anyway? Radius 3? That's pretty big. A flash grenade right there would hit all of them. That's pretty cool, honestly. How long does it knock them out? Doesn't say. So, I don't know if she could actually get that shot, right? This is like the square it has to be. Nowhere else reaches everyone, I believe. Right. It's a night move, or 2 diagonal, or 3 straight. So here would work also. And so would this. But like this wouldn't. I suppose this would also be fine, but that's a harder shot. This is the easiest shot to hit, I guess. And I don't really understand line of sight in this game, so I don't know if there's a place she could stand to throw there. Probably somewhere over in this room there is, right? I'm inclined to rewind because this is sort of like the worst things we're gonna get, right? We should have things under control starting next turn, now that we know, like, the last 2 guards are here and here, right? We found them. And we know that their patrol paths bring them, like, in here as well, which sucks, but okay. So I am inclined to do that. I suppose, if I'm planning to rewind, I can afford to play around with alternate plans and just undo them, right? So, like, what if I were to come up here? We can, in fact, get everyone. What? Oh, yeah, there we go. Alright, that alarm level is a bit frightening. But okay, sure. That gives us a chance to go exploring. Or to decide, you know what? This looks good to me. And just, I mean, we could dedicate 2 agents to pinning these guards and have a 3rd agent continue exploring the facility untroubled by guards. But, well, there are some problems with that. Okay, so another thing is we learned that it's 2 turns, right? That's how long the flash grenades knock people out for. So great, good to know. These levels, like, it's turn 4 and we're about to hit alarm level 2, which is 6 turns faster than it really ought to be. So I don't know, is this actually, in some ways, having all the guards knocked out makes this mission very simple. On the other, we have found 0 safes so far, so there's a lot of wandering around left to do with Sharp, if I dedicate everyone else to pinning these guys. Well, again, if we do want to rewind, we can always do that, like, after seeing what's going on up here, right? So let's just, wander around sort of for free here. Demon database, okay. Why am I don't need to hide, like, okay, there's some safes. It occurs to me, what would happen if a pulse drone scanned me right now? It would dispatch this guard to go check things out, right? Also, why is he's coming down here for some reason? I don't understand this. I think he's not. This is his normal patrol, and he's going back to his normal patrol, but it's got a question mark on his head because last time I saw him, he was investigating this spot. So I predict if I open this door, I'll see he no longer has a question mark, but he has the same patrol. Correct. Okay, fine. So anyway, I think if this drone were to scan somebody, it would send this guard down to investigate, which is not a thing I would like to have happen. Yeah, so I don't think I want to devote all my agents' time to pinning these guys forever. So what I'm gonna do is come down here, get the maximum scout. Okay. So we found 3 of the safes, and we found a turret, basically. Oh, and a demon database and a bunch of power. Okay. Speaking of the demon database, let's check out all the demons. Alright, that's modulate. We don't want that. This is fractal, kind of a pain. Watchdog doesn't matter. Well, it certainly matters if we don't rewind, but I don't think that's our plan. Yeah. Okay, so Fractal's kind of a pain, so we'd like to leave the shop for later if we can, but none of the safes have any important demons, and likewise the power supply doesn't either. I'm saying this out loud in the hope that I'll maybe remember it a little bit better. You kind of have to remember things pretty well when you're rewinding to avoid making the same mistake. So, what have we learned? The main thing that we want to learn is an approach, a path through this area, right? It's pretty nasty, isn't it? Because, well, there's 3 guards patrolling this area, right? And they're sort of all synced up. Every other turn, they're all in this room. Well, every 2 turns, they're all in this room. And then every 2 turns, they're all in some other room. And so you can sort of exploit that to run through here on the turns that they're in this area, right? Say by tagging them all on the turn that they're all in here. Because, so I think the important lesson that we learned is that when we rewind, we're not going to charge into this room. We're going to hang back for a little while, peek, get a wisp on every single remaining guard, which is great. So I don't know if we're going to get this guy. But that's the idea. We can tag a whole bunch of these guys. And then it should be easy enough to exploit that by moving through them on the off turns. Like get down into this guy's area, and then, you know, it's going to be a little bit tricky, but I think we can do it. Okay, so what do we need to remember? There's a turret guarding this door, so don't stand right in front of it when you open it. The demons, the only one that matters is there's a fractal on the nanofab. Up here is a bunch of safes and some power. And down, what else? I guess that's the main thing to remember, right? There's 3 guards who come into this room. That is the main thing to remember. Oh boy. You know what? Let's go shopping now. If we discover there's nothing we want at all, then we can just never come up here. But, okay, there's some good stuff. There's torque injectors, Stim 3. Yeah, I like both of those. There's 2 Stim 3s and 2 torque injectors, all of which I like. Can you stack those? I don't think so, right? No. But I would happily buy a torque injector for at least 1 agent. They cost $300, but I think they're pretty nice. Like, if you have some items with fairly low cooldowns, you can reduce them, like, to extremely low. Right now I don't know if we have any such agents. they're great for like, I don't know, Buster Chip 3 or something, which has like a 2-turn cooldown, and you can turn it into a 1-turn cooldown or something like that. Is that right? Maybe it's 3 into 2. I don't remember. Accelerator Chip 3s is what I'm thinking about. They have a 2-turn cooldown, and you turn it into 1, and like you can use them every turn. It's great. You know, or Paralyzer 3, Stim 3. These are all great things. So the fact that we want to buy like 2 Stim 3s and 2 torque, you know, we could justify getting torque injectors to go with those. So the long story made short would be that we want to buy 2 Stim 3s and 2 torque injectors. That's $2,600 bucks. So we want to come up here, but not just yet. Okay.
Mainframe devices rebooting.
Fine. So
We must have triggered something in their telemetry. They're toggling the
Alright,
power
shut
onto
up,
some of the
Central.
devices we've taken.
So I think, gosh, I feel like we're not halfway through yet, but I think I think now is like a pretty good time to take a break from in the middle of the episode, in the middle of the mission, make this a second episode. I hope I don't have to make it a 3-parter just because I'm breaking a little bit early, but I think you know it'll be a nice reminder to see all these guys at the start of the next episode, right? Hey, here's what we're fixing. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to rewind to the beginning of turn 3, but we're going to do that in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.